So tired, I'm missing my own bag. I don't feel it in my legs, but boy, right in my lower back. I tell you there, and in my forearms, just from like this repetitive motion of like. So one of the workers asked me, he said, well, what do you think it would take for an American to come out here and do this job? And I think it would take like $30 an hour. Because after being here, I tell you what, I don't think most of you would do this job.
They're aware many people believe Mexican immigrants take away American jobs. But over the years on this ranch,
¿Cuántos americanos?
Ni uno.
I asked him how many Americans he's seen in his 32 years in the field. He has said 0.
He's a real good worker.
Santos Montemayor is the man who does the hiring in these fields.
So for 15 years you've been hiring labor crews to do agriculture work.
Right.
How many Americans have you hired over the 15 or 16 years?
None. Not one.
I mean, has one ever expressed interest?
Nope. Not to come and work in the fields, no.
I'm doing some wheelbarrow duty, which can't be good for the back.
I realized before this day started this work would be hard. What I didn't realize is just how monotonous it would be. These people do it 6 days a week.
I've never looked at my watch so much, and it's not even lunchtime yet.
He said, I never looked at my watch so much. It's not even lunchtime, and he's tired. They said, listen, how many Americans come? None. No Americans come to get a job in those fields. My question was, if the KKK is trying to kick out these immigrants and push them out, who is going to work these jobs? Who do you think is going to work these jobs? And this is even posed to black people, because you got a lot of black Democrats that were saying, they were so upset that Kamala Harris did not win, especially on D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley, his channel, he has a stout following of Democratic black robots that said, well, I don't care. Well, whatever happens, they get deported or whatever the case may be. Good riddance. Did nobody want to vote for Kamala Harris? Who you think is going to do those jobs once they're gone? Who you think is what do you think the inflation is going to be like on regular stuff like fruits and vegetables that you benefit from? Who's going to do these jobs? Are black people going to do these jobs? Or white people are going to do these jobs? Let's see.
Keith Smith says most immigration workers left after the law took effect. So this potato farmer hired Americans. Problem is, he says, most show up late, work slower, and are ready to head home after lunch.
He said most of the people, now this is in Alabama. Now these videos are from Trump's first administration. Now, you remember what happened then. Now, so some of the immigrants had left because of the laws being passed. He said the people he were hiring, they don't want to say who it was really white people. They would leave early. They'd try to leave early. Let me rewind it so I don't get it twisted. Listen to this. Let's listen to this.
Workers left after the law took effect. So this potato farmer hired Americans. Problem is, he says, most show up late, work slower, and are ready to head home after lunch.
They work late. They come in late. They work slower and are ready to go home after lunch. Make America great again? These people can't even make a farm great. They can't even come on time. They can't even work with the work ethic that Mexicans have. And they want to go home by the time it is 12 o'clock. You wonder how America became great during slavery, because black people was in those fields for 16 hours a day, building an economy base for America. And now you start to see that those same people cannot do what black or brown people do in those fields. Let me keep going.
Lunch. Some even quit after just one day out in the field.
There's a Hispanic man that works for us, and I say, he's 52, and he'll make anywhere from $70 to $100 a day. I said, if you can keep up with him and do a good job, you can make that. But they're not physically in shape to do it, and, probably not mentally tough enough to do it, some of them.
Well, you heard that. He said he have a Hispanic man. He have a Hispanic brother that's 52 years old. And he tells the people that the new workers that come, he said, if you're able to do what he can do, you'll be okay. But they're not even able to keep up with the 52-year-old Mexican man in the fields. He said they're not fit, physically fit. And he said they ain't mentally fit to handle that. So going back to the KKK, that and all of the people that want to see the El Salvadorians and the Mexicans and the people that are at the bottom of the economy of America go back to where they came from. The question is, are you ready to pull yourselves up by your bootstraps? Who is going to do those jobs?